now. Yeah, this is just going on the VOD channel, so I don't have to edit it, and we're just gonna play. Oh no, I'm Shogun's. That's right. You're twin sons.
Alright, twin sons, black.
Then my additional pieces are a knight, a lance, a soldier, an officer, and that should be it. I prefer the kanji, so I'm not even going to bother. Well, damn it. I guess I'll have to get used to Western. I'll make my instructional videos with Westernized, but for just gameplay, I'm going to prefer traditional.
Solely because of the... Okay, well, question. When
Yeah.
the lances are on the battlefield, they have a single sidestep. They have a single silent step to the side,
Yes.
right?
Same with the knights.
Okay. And the soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
basically, everything in my hand has a sidestep.
alright.
Which is a good way to remember it.
Alright, so...
Oh, you're placing skewed. How odd. Very off-kilter.
So this one's Aurora. No, wait, no, this one's Lilac.
Yep. More points is the stronger one.
Which puts the diagonal on... Well, hold on, you just switched these.
I did.
Well, hold on. Okay, well... Alright. So you place as strong as possible.
Well, yeah.
Which is fair.
What am I supposed to do? Not try to win?
You place as defensively as possible, I should say. Alright, well then... We're gonna do that like that.
Alright.
And
I anticipate we may need all of this space.
fine because I haven't played this in a preference, so I can't see my pieces until I actually set them down.
Yeah, traditional Shogi players might be a little annoyed that my pieces are on my left when they're supposed to be on my right, but it'll be okay.
We can make the board bigger.
We could.
What's this blue guy, the officer, do?
He's exactly the same as the pawn, but he ignores Nifu and Ushifuzume.
Ah. Okay.
So I can double stack him immediately. But just
I know
just
what
this
Nifu
one.
and Ishizumi are.
I'm letting the viewers know.
Ah.
Rude.
And then just a rook, just a bishop, and then promotes. Only moves forward?
Yep.
Except for on the battlefield where it can also capture this.
No.
Stars. No?
Silent sidestep.
Just the sidestep. Okay.
Because, like, if you had placed here, for example, and I put the knight here, it wouldn't be able to move forward at all. So it has to have a battlefield movement. Same reason the lance has a battlefield movement. So it's out, and then it can slowly work its way over so that it can actually get in.
Wait, hold on. Huh, yeah, so they only do... They've only got these two, even in traditional Shogi, right?
Yeah.
They never get these ones. That's weird.
Never. It promotes to a gold general, though.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, this piece is considered the same strength as a pawn. Same for the lance, to be honest. It's only a bit stronger than the soldiers. Both of them. And the knight is very good for mating attacks. 2 knights in hand can be considered a devastating attack.
And these are just knights that can orbit, and a knight plus...
Oh yeah, pretty much all of your pieces are stronger than mine. I just have strength in numbers.
Yes. All of my pieces are stronger than yours, but they're nerfed from how they were 2 years ago, and it still bugs me.
Oh hush, you know it
How many
needed to
spurs do
happen.
my conflagrations get?
4.
3 or 4? 4?
4
All
capture,
right.
and then its movement is 1 diagonal.
Cool. Alright.
I just remember that you're the one that takes the longest to play.
I am not the one that takes the longest to play. Nathan's the one that takes the longest to play. I'm the one that takes the longest to remember how to do things.
Nathan only takes the longest to play when we tell him he's allowed to.
Oh. Well, I also have to get other things done tonight, so I'm going to try and make this quick.
Fair enough.
It is your turn.
Oh, that's right. I make moves.
He says after complaining that I take forever to make
I'm going to play 4th File Rook.
Now, generally I'm going to castle. I'm going to castle for like my opening moves. That's traditional theory right now, right?
At the moment, yes. The other things that have been experimented with very recently with a lot of success is immediately moving in conflagrations, move 1 and 2.
Okay.
As well as the offensive attacks of developing this out to here. But I think that's a poor idea in this scenario.
Not necessarily, because if I did that, if I played this move, then I would instantly win. I would win the foot soldier because you moved.
Fair enough.
Oh hey, and look at that. Okay, now, alright. And these battlefield Berlinas get this movement, right?
I'm probably doing this in the wrong order, but I don't know the order. I just know what the end shape looks like. That is not a double move piece. No. It has never been, actually. You're thinking Spartan. Yeah, there is not a piece in the game that's pawn class that can reach my fourth rank.
I could have sworn.
Because medieval pawns double move to there, Spartans double move to there, Horde and Empire start here and go here. Frost Beast start here and go here. Twin Sun starts here and goes here. Basically, everything can reach this rank immediately in front of the territory on turn 1. Myself included.
Okay. Fair. But I could have sworn that the last Twin Suns game I had seen, we were setting up the machine gun, or you were setting up the machine gun.
Yes. If you put the king there, you could just flame sling and then set up a single step for machine gun.
Yeah, but I was remembering one of the pieces being set up with a double move.
No.
Alright. So what am I doing instead?
That is a legal move if that's what you want.
No.
You're gonna have to watch out for those accidental self-capture mouse slips with the configuration when it's online.
I thought that I had deselected that properly.
You did not. Are you on a mobile?
Is there it? No, okay. Here's it. Alright. I'm used to chess.com where when I tap one of my pieces and I tap one of my other pieces, I'm not able to capture them.
That is something you will have to worry about with conflagration specifically, because they are allowed to capture your own pieces. So you may end up doing that on our when it's online play. You may end up killing your own pieces on accident with the conflagration, because he's allowed to.
I may, but not today.
Okay. Interesting.
Or at least not for that one specifically.
How do I want to open this up? Oh, hold on. Fascinating. What does that do? Nothing? Oh, what the fuck?
Oh. There's a move.
Making sure I didn't miss that for a turn. Yeah, I could have done that immediately. I was slow on the tactic.
There's a pawn here.
No, you did this, and then I moved the king here. So this pawn was no longer here. And then you did this, and now I noticed it. So
Right, okay.
I gave you this before this tactic, which I didn't need to do. I totally could have just immediately capitalized on you taking your eye off the ball. I kind of feel bad because I recommended this move, and you wouldn't be in this mess without it. But at the same time, I didn't recommend this move, so I don't have to feel bad.
Orbiting around Lilac.
Yep. Fascinating. I am going to promote. Hold on. Here it is.
Okay, so that we know that that was a knight when I captured back.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh. But do I get my one undo?
Well, it's not just this. I think I might have a mate.
Alright,
I don't have a mate, but this is definitely just as bad.
Can I undo that?
No?
Okay.
Check. Check. You had to go here for it to not be mate. That way my capture of Lilac doesn't come with check, and you potentially have time. It still might have been mate, but I just didn't know for certain unless you went here.
Well...
What you gonna do? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so... Huh, you actually rarely do have some counterplay. Okay, I'll take this now. You know, this definitely feels like you do not have the opportunity to make a small mistake. You got absolutely fucked just because you let my knight fork your shit. Is that good enough?
We're gonna hope so.
I literally have Aurora and Lilac in hand. There's got to be a way to mate you.
Oh, there most definitely is. Can these be Flame Song?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So everything in this giant either orbits or is Flame Song.
Yes, either orbits, is orbited, or is flame song. Huh. You're holding on for the moment. Because you're, legitimately covering a whole lot of important squares pretty well.
Thank you. I'm glad that you noticed.
I mean, shoot, even this. Fascinating. I think that might just be good enough. What do you do in that situation? And I promote. Get me a dragon. Where are you? There she is. A horse, I think. Yeah, dragon horse, dragon chariot. Colloquially called just dragon and horse in English most of the time.
Dragon and horse?
Yeah, this is just called the horse usually, and this is just called the dragon when it promotes. Oh, and these have real promotions, so they're not allowed to be dropped on inside your territory now. That's right. Got it. There's going to be a lot of Western players that just hate playing against shoguns because it's so easy to blunder. They're going to look at the board and go, wait a second, I have so much better pieces. They don't even have anything close to the strength of a queen. They have one rook? How can they fight back? And then they realize, oh, because of the things in hand. Which are...
Well, because the things in hand and you can't trade anything.
Yeah, and if you... The things in hand means that there's always tactics to be had. In some sense, I'm even more mobile than Twin Suns because I can drop these anywhere.
You can drop them anywhere.
Check. Can't take with king. Have to take with hearth.
It's a bishop, not a king.
Mm-hmm. Just verifying
Sounds
that you
even-
don't... Huh?
I don't think this has even been like 15 minutes of a game. This was
Nope.
a very quick game today.
Indeed. Yep. This is how it goes today. Check.
We're doopy. Up and to check. All these squares are either occupied or protected.
You do actually have an idea here if you wanted to with this one. Sacking the knight in order for me to either have to move or retake. And then if there's that, capture back.
Yeah, and I could do that with the knight, and that would be a lot safer for me. Let's do that because I can do it with the Lowell Knight, and that's a lot.
Less dangerous?
Yeah, a lot less dangerous for me to lose. So it's maybe like 1.5, 2 pawns.
I actually am going to retake.
I get a soldier. And you're in check. Except if I take this,
My attack continues.
wait. Oh, okay.
The easiest way is usually to draw diagonals
Well,
and orthogonals and just know that you can reflect across them. So here reflects to here, and here reflects to here.
oh, yeah. Because see,
Anyways, this is mine now. Ow. Oh, because you were making arrows.
yeah.
Check.
Wait. Doing that is hard for me to tell if that's the right angle and that it's the right length.
So yeah, just do this. Ta-da!
Alright. Now this is mine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
Everything
see,
is gonna
here's the
be
thing. Here's the thing,
okay.
YouTube. He has almost my entire army. If he gets one of my flares, he's got basically all of Twin Suns alongside his Shogi.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, we're gonna start off nice and strong. I do believe I have a mating attack coming up here very shortly. Yeah, I do. It starts here. Check. I don't have to find perfect mate, I just have to find mate, you know? Check. And mate. Oh, no, just check. I missed one. You have this square.
Me too, that's great. Much appreciated.
Okay. Damn, I thought it was so pretty. I thought I covered everything, because I had doot doot, and then I was thinking of this. Oh, well. Like I said, I don't have to find perfect mate, I just have to find mate. Check. Come here.
Okay, regular soldiers switching sides is fine. How screwed up is it for your own daughter to turn against you?
Oh, it's a form of magical mind control. You don't have to worry about it that much.
It's still messed up.
Oh, yes. Of course.
And once again, the pieces are blocked or protected. Squares, rather, where I could place down my horse, or my hearth, or my
Unfortunately for you, it's worse than that because it's still my turn.
This
Check. I didn't have to do the knight. I could have done the pawn, or not the lance, the pawn. My bad.
Yep.
It's fine either way. I'm from a position of comfortable strength here. Oh, you. Hold on. Let me actually find the real lance piece instead of your nonsense.
Oh, what?
You accidentally grabbed the lancer, the westernized piece. It looks exactly the same. Anyways, this is gonna be fun. Do I have mate in one before I do anything dumb? No. Check.
Wait.
Your king's on a weird place, man.
What do you mean my king is on a weird place?
I'm gonna
You
just
put him
show
there.
off that I can ignore Ushifuzume, but I totally could just use the conflagration or one of your flares for this. Checkmate. I think we should do a Twin Suns mirror as well. Just because I know Shoguns might be a little infuriating sometimes.
Blue bastard.
Would you like
I think
another
I need to
game
get
or
better
no?
at... Huh?
Would you like another game?
Only because I have other stuff to get to tonight. No.
Alright. I guess that's it then.
Yeah.
It's a bit worrying on that game field test. because Twin Suns is so top heavy, when they mess up, they get punished really hard. Because you have to keep in mind that piece values are weird in Shogun's matchups, and that they're worth more than normal, particularly unblockable squares. So you specifically have pieces that are worth quite a bit in hand.
Well, and it's like I'm winning back all this material, but you've got so much stuff that you can drop check on me.
Yeah, so essentially the conflagration acts as a rook when it's dropped almost. So this ends up being, you know, the same strength as if I got this in hand. It might just mean that all the trades are favoring me if you make any trades at all as Twin Suns, which would be kind of problematic.
Yeah, and like my bullet rating is back up to over 700.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've learned from bullet is what bullets taught me is how to pay attention to how to think about trades really quick.
Yeah.
Especially if I can play white. If I get white, I'm normally going to win because I can force any trades to be in my positional favor because I use the London as white. As black, I play A, B, C, D, E, F, G. As black, I play G6, F5, and then I kind of do a Caro-Kann out of that. It's not exactly a Caro-Kann. If I've got... Sorry.
If we look just at what pieces you have on the board, you can tell that something terrifying happened here.
Yeah.
I guess I'll export this.
But I've learned with playing bullet how to get the trades to be in my favor. It doesn't translate into Shogi at all.
No, Shogun's trades are treated very differently, and that's because in chess, a turn of tempo is worth half a pawn. In Shogi, a turn of tempo is worth 2 pawns, and all of the piece values are flattened. So, like, a rook is only worth 3, and a pawn worth 1, for example.
Yeah.
So your piece values, interestingly. So the gold and the silver are worth 2, the rook and the bishop are worth 3, and every other piece on the board is worth 1, due to the way Shogi flattens things. If you want a really good comparison for baseline, it's actually best for you to look at Crazy House. If you look at the piece values, the accepted piece values in Crazy House, you'll get a very good idea of what I'm talking about. So that's your homework.
What's the other name for Crazy House? Bug something?
No, Bug House is a slightly different game. Bug House is a 4-player game of 2 teams of people with a standard chessboard each. So, essentially, one player plays as white and one as black on both sides, and the turns are not connected. But every time you capture a piece, you give it to your partner, who has the same color as your opponent, to be able to place on the board. So it has real-time strategy and subtle communication elements where you need to find a way to communicate quickly with your partner Depending on the form tat, sometimes communication is illegal. You can see what's going on in the other board,
Right.
and you can literally get to a winning position, but that's only winning if you like get a rook. And if you could somehow point it out to them or say, "Hey, can I have a rook?" You could just wait on your 5 minutes on the clock, and they essentially have 5 minutes of their game going back and forth with their opponent to try to get a rook to give to you. And you could sit there and wait out the clock, waiting for that rook to mate.
You know what is...
Crazy House is just the single-player version of that, where the pieces you capture become yours. So
Right.
it's chess with shogi rules.
You know it would be... probably really... not smart, that's a different word. But it's something that came to mind when you had mentioned wait out your own clock.
Mm-hmm.
Is what if your opponent's partner waits out their clock?
It depends on who has more time on the clock who wins that. Because if you have less time, you're going to be forced to move first.
Right, yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Yes. So, like I said, it has real-time strategy elements where you're trying to keep a clock advantage so that you can create that type of pressure situation. Even if it is like a 5 or 10 minute game, every second matters because of that. And you're not just managing your clock, you're actually or managing your and your opponent's comparison. You're also managing your partners and their opponent's clock. Bug House is a very interesting game, but it relies very heavily on trusting your partner. So people who enjoy chess for the raw strategy don't enjoy it. But people who just like adding fun things to think about love Bug House.
Right.
Because it is fun to think about. It's very good. Oh yeah, I did
Alright.
export this.
Well, I suppose I have Shogi homework now.
Shogi and Crazy House. Probably go play some Shogi games on like playshogi.com or 81 Dojo, one of the two. And look up the standardized piece values for Crazy House to get an idea of where things stand in TB. Bye for now, Joseph.
Bye.